Daniel and I knew that we wanted to see a lot of lighthouses in Michigan since it has the most in the United States. So we took a look at the lighthousefriends.com lighthouse map to help start our journey and our planning. We were heading into Labor Day weekend, so we knew that we needed a Michigan State Park Pass, and we didn't want to be waiting around Detroit area all weekend since that was the closest location. So Detroit was one of our first stops and our first lighthouse views. We were very lucky to have the Motown Museum open up just a couple weeks before our planned visit after a $1 million renovation. Original owner and founder of Motown was Berry Gordy, and he purchased the house in 1959 and turned it into headquarters and a recording studio, and it's known worldwide. Lots of great memorabilia. We enjoyed seeing the museum. It's done beautifully, and you would definitely enjoy it too. Tyree Guyton, who founded the Heidelberg Project, created this to bring light on homes that are decrepit, decaying, abandoned, and wanted to bring awareness to the communities and to others and make a place that is not so beautiful, maybe a little bit more quirky and interesting. The Henry Ford Museum in Greenfield Village is huge. Definitely wear comfortable clothes and be willing to spend most of the day.
Greenfield Village is divided into 7 different districts. The very first one is the Henry Ford Model T. Look over to your left and you're going to see the birthplace of Henry Ford. He was born on July 30th, 1863 in Dearborn Township on the 2nd floor of that home, the oldest of 6 children. After visiting there, take a short walk over to the Model T loading dock and take a ride on one of our many Model Ts. Visit the Ford Motor Company. Learn how he came up with the vision of a motor car back in 1908. It changed the world of transportation. Our next district takes us into our main street. And here we have the home of 2 brothers who defied gravity and gave us the ability to fly and change the world forever. Those would be the Wright brothers. We have their home here and the Wright Brothers Cycle Shop, which we refer to as the birthplace of aviation. We have Mrs. Cohen's Millinery Shop, where staff dressed in period clothing are making hats and other accessories, just as she did back in the 1880s. And we are for purchase. We also had the Herschel's Filming Carousel, built in 1913. Take a ride on the 109-year-old carousel. The statue of Thomas Edison takes us into Edison at Works District. Way over to the left, we have the machine shop. In front of us, the 2-story building is the invention factory where Edison came up with the incandescent light bulb, the phonograph, improving on the telephone, and the telegraph. And the single men that worked for him, they would rent a room over at Sarah Jordan's boarding house. It's that yellow mustard house that you see over to your left. It made its own history in December of 1879, for it was the very first home in the entire world that was fitted for electricity. When you do walk in, you'll see the wires as they drape along the walls. And when he wintered in Florida, he continued working on his experiments at his Fort Myers laboratory from 1880s until 1931. Now we enter return to our porches and parlors district. Here we have the home of some famous people like Robert Frost, the poet. He's responsible for writing the poem The Road Not Taken. Noah Webster, he was the person who came up with the American Dictionary of the English language back in 1828. We also have the Daggett family farmhouse. Visit and see what life was like before the American Revolutionary War. We are now pulling into the Susquehanna station. Please remain seated. The engineer is going to set a brake and give us the sound of a single whistle. If you are going to be bored here, you'll be exiting to your left side. Wave hello to our station master as we pull in. Say hi to Christine. We're going to be here for about 4 minutes before we pull out.
Look at the old bus.
You know, with the temperature that's...
What? This is our view when we woke up Saturday morning, September 3rd of 2022. As we tour the Great Lakes, this is Lake Huron. And we're getting ready to have breakfast. Great way to wake up. We saw several farms, but not many farm animals. And the joke is that we always find a goat to pet. This was the only way we were going to be able to do that.
Except the middle, this This is the galley. This is where they cooked, where they hung out, where they lived. And it's been, well, this was built in 1885. It was in rough shape when we got a hold of it. In 1960, I believe 1965, the Coast Guard no longer needed to live here. They had it completely automated and they took care of it from shore. Now, since nobody was out here and maintained it, all the moisture on the inside caused by condensation, the difference of temperature out and in, the condensation would get back behind the paint, and then when it froze the paint, the chips would fall on the floor. Well, we had a gentleman that worked at Dow Chemical, and he took a baggie full of chips and sent it in, and he says, "Is there lead in this paint?" And Dow Chemical wrote back, "Oh my gosh, is there lead in that paint?" So we knew we had a lot of lead in the paint. Luckily, the Coast Guard did come up here, and they were all in hazmat uniforms.
Really?
And they scraped it all out for us. They were going to just scrape a couple floors and then paint it. I said, "We'll paint, you keep going." So they scraped everything. But we left this wall to show what it looked like, all the different colors that had been painted over the years. And I don't know what it'd be like with that salmon color in here. But,
We lived in an apartment that looked just like this. It was one of our first apartments. It's like, this beautiful.
Come out to the railing?
Yeah.
He's not a heights person. But I've never gotten him up this far, so.
I'm not this year, but I'm nervous.
You good, dear?
Frankenmuth Cheese House. We're happy to have you here with us today. In just a minute, we're going to begin our fascinating story about where our cheeses come from and other fun facts about one of the world's most popular foods. In Germany, Switzerland, and other farming regions, dairy farmers celebrate one of the most famous dairy farming customs. In Germany, it's called Almabtrieb and takes place in the fall when the farmers bring the cows back home from the mountains. A lively parade of bells, music, colorful costumes, and flower wreaths on the cows are part of this tradition. Most of the world's milk comes from cows, and much of that milk goes into making one of our favorite foods, cheese. Right now, let's meet 5 children and their pets from around the world to tell you more about some of the cheeses you will find right here at the Frankenmuth Cheese House. Let's all welcome them, beginning with our friend Sophie from Holland.
Hi everyone, my name is Sophie, and this is my friend Lottie. Can you say hello to everyone, Lottie? You can quack back to Lottie right now if you like. Quack, 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 quack. Very good. Now, in Holland, you know our country for wooden shoes, windmills, and colorful tulips. But did you know we're also famous for yummy cheeses like Gouda and Edam? Around the world, people have been making cheeses for a very long time. Can you guess how long? More than 7,000 years ago. Hey Lottie, can ducks help make cheese? She said, sorry, I can't make cheese, but I can lay eggs. So maybe Lottie can help us make a cheese omelette. Bye for now. We'll be back later.
Let's learn about cheeses from Italy with our friend Mario. Everyone welcome him by saying, Buongiorno, Mario.
Buongiorno, everybody. I'm Mario, and this is Gina, my pet goat. We live on a dairy farm in northern Italy, so Gina feels right at home. Soon she'll be making milk and helping to make some of the world's most delicious cheeses. Can you say Parmigiano Reggiano? Here in Italy we call it the king of cheeses. Here's a little quiz for you. Can you guess the most popular cheese in the world? Is it Parmesan? Is it provolone? Did someone say mozzarella? You are right. Mozzarella, the kind of cheese we all enjoy on pizza. Well, it's back to the farm for Gina and me. For now, we say ciao.
Thank you, Mario. Now let's hear from another young farmer and welcome our friend Jacob from Germany.
Willkommen! Hello to all of you. I'm Jacob, and these are my pets, Otto's pig and Peter's the rabbit. My family and I live on a farm in Germany, and I help out by taking care of our pigs and dairy cows. A lot of the milk our cows make gets turned into very good German cheeses, which I hope you'll try. I like a cheese we call Swiss. Have you ever wondered how they put all of those holes in Swiss cheese? The holes come from bubbles in the cheese while it's being made. Another good cheese to try is called butter cheese or Butterkäse, which isn't really made of butter at all. Now I have a question for you. Can pigs like Otto and rabbits like Peter help to make cheese? I didn't think so. Pigs help to make bacon. Bunny rabbits help to make, you guessed it, more bunny rabbits. Well, with that, Otto, Peter, and I thank you and auf Wiedersehen.
Dankeschön, Jacob. Now over to the Emerald Isle, called Ireland, to meet our Irish friend Anna and her pets. Let's all say hello to Anna.
Well, hello everyone and welcome. My name is Anna. I'm from Ireland and we call my country the Emerald Isle because it's so green year-round. With lots of space for my lamb Molly to graze and then my border collie to chase and herd Molly and the other lambs and sheep in the meadows. You probably know that sheep make wool, but did you know that sheep also produce milk? Sheep's milk is used to make yummy cheeses like feta. Can you guess how many different cheeses there are around the world? The answer? More than 2,000 different kinds. That's a lot of cheese. In Ireland, we're famous for our cheddar cheeses. It looks like Molly wants to eat some more grass and Ben wants to go to the meadow to herd the sheep. So bye-bye for now.
That was wonderful, Anna. And now we're headed back to America for a visit with one of our own young hometown farmers, Michael, from right here in Frankenmuth. Everyone, say hi to our friend Michael.
Hi everyone. I'd like you to meet my pet cow Betsy. Can you say hello to everyone, Betsy? Can you move hello to Betsy? Moo. On our farm here in Frankenmuth, cows like Betsy help make some of the best tasting cheeses in the country. A lot of that cheese is used to make many types of creamy cheese spreads sold at the Frankenmuth Cheese House. Did you know that the cheese house even makes chocolate cheese? That's one of my favorites. What kind of cow is Betsy? She's what's called a Holstein cow. They're the most popular kind of cow in America because they produce the most milk. That keeps us busy around the farm. Here's a question for you. Do you know how much milk it takes to make a pound of cheese? It takes 10 pounds of milk to make just 1 pound of cheese. Time to milk the cows again? Okay, let's head back to the barn, Betsy. Thanks for visiting us here in Frankenmuth.
Thanks, Michael. And a big thank you to all the children and their pets who joined us today. Get your cameras ready, everyone, because all our children will be coming out in just a minute for a final goodbye. Taking a look at our cheese house sundial just above us, we see that it's almost time to go. It's fun to learn how to read a sundial, and we can help with that. You are all invited to come inside the Frankenmuth Cheese House to pick up your free sundial guide and explore the wide world of cheeses that we offer. So here comes Sophie, Mario, Jacob, Anna, and Michael with their animal friends to say goodbye. Thanks everyone for visiting us today, and enjoy the rest of your time here in Michigan's Little Bavaria.
Don't you want to be straight with it?
World famous for heaping helpings of hospitality and good food, including the serving of our family-style Frankenmuth chicken dinners. May your visit to our community and to the inn be most enjoyable. The 35-bell Carillon will provide several selections. Then will follow the reenactment of the legend of the Pied Piper of Hamelin. The wooden carved figures are 4.5 feet high and were imported from the Black Forest of Germany. The bells of the Carillon were cast in Holland and installed here in Frankenmuth in October of 1967. Following the enactment of the Pied Piper of Hamelin, our story will be repeated in German for those wishing to remain. Now, enjoy the 35-bell and figure movement of the Frankenmuth Bavarian Inn Glockenspiel.
To grab my tripod, no, not to hold it.
Don't have enough time for me to run and get it, do I?
No.
Our story of the Pied Piper of Hamelin took place in the 13th century. And as legend has it, a terrible plague of rats had affected the lovely town of Hamelin. No one in all the town knew a cure for this dreadful condition. Then, one day a stranger came to town. The strange man was dressed in brightly colored clothes and sang to the townsfolk, telling of his great skill for ridding the town of the hideous rats. His fee was small. He asked but a penny for each rat he removed. The town council agreed, and the burgomaster, the mayor, ordered the stranger to proceed with the task. One night, when the room was full, the stranger reappeared. To stay on the street and they went from the doorway as the gaily clad stranger took from his pocket a silver spoon and began to play.
Mm-hmm.
The melody, both strange and enticing, had a great effect on the rats. They came from every cellar, dark hole, and crevice. Rats by the dozen, by the 50s, even several hundreds, followed the fighter. On and on the rats followed, right out of the streets of Hamelin, right into the river Weston, where the musically charmed rats met their death by drowning. Once the rats had disappeared, the townspeople had a feeling of deliverance and suspicion. They felt that maybe this stranger was in league with the devil, and that his astonishing feat was an act of sorcery.
I'll see you tomorrow. Get some sleep tonight.
When the piper the town council and the burgomaster had already agreed to refuse the promised fee. The piper felt betrayed, cheated, and with great bitterness gave warning of a serious evil to come to the people of Hamlet. Little did the townspeople know that music has charm, not only on rats, but on the children of the city as well. One Sunday, when all the parents were attending church, the piper returned to play his haunting melodies. These tunes were more strange and unknown than those played in the past. The children, young and old alike, stopped their play and ran forward to follow the piper through the streets. Unaware that they were being entranced, they followed through the Bungelstrasse, the street where no music has ever again been played. The children followed the piper through the east gate. From the city to the Seven Hills land, where they vanished into a mountain. The legend has it that two children, one crippled, one blind, could not keep up with the piper and the other children, and thus were left behind. Returned to the town of Hamlet and told of how the piper had obtained revenge by leading off the children of the village. The parents made a long search, but to no avail. The children had disappeared from the city forever, never to be seen again. Today in the city of Hamlet, in the house called the Rat Catcher's House, is still seen the old rhyme carved in a beam, which tells of this historic 13th century event. And thus, you have the legend of the Pied Piper of Hamlet.
Der Lieber von Hameln. Es sind nun schon bald 100 Jahre vergangen, seit die schöne Weserstadt Hameln von einer furchtbaren Rattenplage heimgesucht war, gegen die niemand Hilfe noch Rat wusste. Eines Tages kam dein Mann daher, der war angetan mit einem vielfarbig bunten Gewand und sagte von sich, er könne die Stadt von den Ratten befreien. Seine Ziele verlangt er eine Mission. Und damit über die Erde. Dazu erst gleich ein silbernes Pfeife hervor und dann lockte Melodie